welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating a look that I found on Pinterest, and it says it's from nicermakeup.com. Anyways, here's what it looks like. So yeah, I just thought that this was a gorgeous eye look and definitely appropriate for fall. And since I feel like at school here I'm already in fall, I figured might as well just go ahead and film it. I'm going to kind of follow the steps that they show, like around the outside, like right here. They kind of show like steps on how to recreate the look. Of course, I don't know what exact shadows this person used or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just going to wing it and hopefully everything turns out okay. So for this eye look, the gold in the center of the lid, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Color Icon Loose Pigment in the shade Gold. And since I'm using this, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes first today, just so I don't have to worry about falling out all over my face. I've already done my face makeup. And for anyone who's curious, I'm obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I always get an iced coffee with caramel and cream. So yeah, that is my drink of choice. In the morning, I have a Keurig here in my apartment, and I normally either like throw in a K-cup and then just put in some like creamer, or I actually have this Starbucks, it's like a caramel macchiato, I think. It just like, it's from, I think I got it from Walmart. It like comes like pre-made in like a giant jug, and you just put it in the fridge so it stays cold. So if I'm in the mood for like iced coffee, I'll pour myself a glass of that. But enough of me jabbering about random stuff, and let's go ahead and get into this makeup look. Alright guys, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I'm just blending this all over my lid and all the way up to the brow bone. And I'm actually just going to use my Mercier translucent powder to set my eye primer, aka my concealer. And I'm just using that same brush that I like buffed out the concealer on my eyelids. I'm using that same brush. Alright, now that our eyes are primed and set, let's go into this makeup look. So I'm going to start off using my Jaclyn Hill palette. So the first shade I'm going to go into is this orangey shade right there, and I'm going to start buffing this into my crease. So does anyone have any good like TV shows they like to watch or anything? I am a binge watcher. I will sit down and watch something from start to finish in like a week, depending on how many seasons there are. My sister started watching How I Met Your Mother and was like, oh, you should watch this, and I finished the whole series before she did, and she was like on the 5th season when I started, so if that tells you anything. And definitely like take your time when you're trying to blend the colors into your crease and stuff. Like, I cut out a lot of my footage, so like don't think that I'm just sitting here like la-di-da 5 swipes and then like perfect like eye. I cut out a lot of time because I don't think y'all want to see me just go back and forth on my eyelid 20 times trying to build up color. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is go into my Morphe 35P palette. Looks like this. Mostly purples and like cool tone transition shades. And I'm going to take this shade down here at the bottom and start blending that into my crease. And for this shade, I want to stay really directly in the crease. Don't want to bring it up too high, because if you bring this color up too high, you're probably going to look like you have a black eye. So I'm just starting I'm like barely in my socket, using the lightest pressure possible. I'm just building up that color, going back and forth with a really, really light hand. And then I'll bring it up just a little bit, turning the brush on its side to really blend out that purple color. So now that I have that maroon shade where I want it, I'm going to go back into that yellowy orange shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and just buff out those edges. Make sure we have no harsh lines. I'm just using that same blending brush we used with the yellow shadow. Going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, this coppery shade. I'm going to be taking that and putting that on the outer and inner part of both eyes, leaving the center of my lid blank. And I'm actually going to take this and bridge the gap right there, not dragging it on the lid, but just kind of bridging the gap in my actual crease with this color. Now moving on to the center of the eye, I'm going to go ahead and take this Wet n Wild Gold Pigment and my NYX Glitter Primer and start putting this on my lid. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this NYX Glitter Primer, put it on the back of my hand, and with this, a little goes a long, long way, so just be mindful. For the Wet n Wild Pigment, I'm just going to shake some of this off into the cap, and I'm just going to take this glitter glue on my brush and start putting it on the center of the lid. Now I'm going to go ahead on that same brush and take some of the pigment and start packing it on the eye. And again, my first placement of my brush onto my eye is where the most pigment is going to go. So I'm putting that in the direct center of my eye. Now that I have the pigment on my eyes, I'm going to go in and intensify that copper shade on the inner and outer corner just to make sure everything looks blended. You kind of want it to be almost like an ombre effect. So we are going to move on to the face now and then come back and finish up the eyes in a little bit. And I'm going to zoom you guys out just a tad bit. For our primer today, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizing Primer in the shade. No. Today to prime my face, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and it's the Base Hydrate. For foundation today, I'm using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Soft Beige. I'm just going to take this and spatula it on my skin, or yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling I put a little bit too much on, but we're using the L'Oreal Beauty Sponge today, so if I did put too much on, hopefully the sponge will get it off. And I know on camera this looks really yellow, but like in person it looks really good, so I don't know what that's about. So I just messed around with my camera settings and I'm hoping this looks better than how it looked before. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10. Now just blending that out with my L'Oreal sponge. And to set my concealer today, I'm using my Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to pick that up with my dampened beauty sponge and start packing it on my under eye area. Alright, if you guys are looking for a powder that makes your skin look flawless, this is it. Like, this is my favorite powder ever, and I feel like people on YouTube have like kind of forgot about it recently. I'm not really sure why, because it literally like erases pores. It looks so gorgeous. I figured I would go ahead and contour today since we're going like full on with the eyes. We're going to go full out with the face. And to contour today, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Looks like this. And it's in the shade Dulce de Leche. And to contour, I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush. Now I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my little bronzer brush that I use. I didn't put any excess product on this brush. It's just kind of dirty from the last time I used it, which is kind of gross, so I'm sorry. I'm using the same brush. I'm going to dip into this contour powder and just hit my forehead one time. Next step, highlight. And to highlight today, I'm using my Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in the shade 100 Molten Gold. It's so, so pretty. And to highlight, I'm using my Morphe M501 brush. I'm going to take it up kind of in a C shape. I'm also going to take this down the bridge of the nose and hit the Cupid's bow. For blush today, I'm going to be going into my Morphe 9B blush palette. This blush color right here. And go ahead and pop that on my cheeks. So for blush, I just kind of like to put my blush like right here on the apples, kind of swirl it and then pull it back, marrying the highlight and the contour. Now let's go ahead and finish up the eyes, and to do that I'm going to zoom you guys in real quick. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to go ahead and take this first shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Inner corner highlight today, I'm going to be using the same highlight we used on the face. Alright guys, for the lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and take that maroon shade from the 35P palette right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and run this along my entire lower lash line. And I'm kind of connecting that bottom to the top, almost as if there was a wing. Now we're going to go ahead and take that coppery shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, right there, and put this on the outer and inner corners. So we're basically mimicking what we did on the upper lash line. For the final touch on that lower lash line, I'm going to take a little bit more glitter glue and hit it right in the center under my pupil. And I'm going to take some of that gold pigment and just put it right where I put that glitter glue. For eyeliner today, I'm going to be using the ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Overboard. For mascara today, for my upper lashes, I'm going to be using my Buxom Mascara. For my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using Maybelline's the Falsies Big Eyes, and I'm just going to use this lower lash part. Alright guys, and to finish this look up completely, I'm going to give you guys two lip options. And one is kind of crazy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that glitter glue and that pigment and kind of make a like weird gloss, if you will. I don't know, this just like came to me while filming, so this could go really good or really bad. So I just put some glitter glue on my lips, and I'm going to take some of this Wet n Wild pigment and pack it on my lips. Alright, so this is look number one with the gold lips, which if you ask me, it looks like really, really cool. Like, I definitely wouldn't wear this every day, but it's definitely something fun. Alright, and my second lip option is going to be the Bite Beauty Matte Lip Crayon in Cognac. And I'm first just going to line my lips and fill them in with this. Now, you could leave it like this, but I'm actually going to top it off with NARS Scarlet Empress lipstick. So the NARS lipstick definitely made it a little more purple, but I really love how this makeup look turned out. I did not have this high of hopes for it, and I think it really looks great. It's definitely appropriate for fall. Yeah, I really just love it. Alright guys, I know I'm in a different location right now, but again, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really love how this makeup look turned out, and if you guys want me to recreate anything you guys find on social media, be sure to tag me. And I'll leave all my social media information down below. It's always in the bottom of all my videos. Again guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!